Hey, Pooh. Hey, Poopa Stars. It's your girl, Shay Renee, and I want to welcome everybody back to my channel. Child Scoot. When I tell y'all I done had a realization this morning, it's crazy. I had a realization this morning. But truth is, uh, I feel like I've been having those a lot. So shout out to that. But anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, y'all. And happiest Tuesday, okay? Period. Yes, I'm one of them. I'm one of them people. You know how people be like, I'm not a morning person. I am. I hate mornings. I don't. I hate when people say good morning. Well, hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't that. Now I'm not no evening person. Don't come around here talking about no, don't come around here talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? During the evening, not no goddamn competitions, not no goddamn games, auditions, job, entertainment, workout, whatever. I'm not an evening person. Truth is, like Fantasia said, shit. Please bother me in the morning. I don't like being bothered in the evening. Yeah. So anyway, shout out to that. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here like a bumper car, okay? Hit the like button. So all your faves know I'm live. Yeah. All your faves, all my faves. Baby, it's gonna all add up, okay? Period in a minute. Like LaWine said, let it all work out. I could not believe that was LaWine's song. I like that. I like that. That is so cute to me. It reminds me of that Good Morning song from Kanye West. Uh, I love our morning talks. I really, really hope that they starting to, period, do a little something for y'all. And like, if you got work this morning, get going. I remember I used to listen to Torrey. Shout out to Torrey. I remember I used to listen to Torrey on the radio. And to me, one of the things that I gravitated towards is he would always say, he'd be like, if you gotta be at work at 8 o'clock this morning, your ass is late. That shit used to be so funny to me. But yes, baby, if you got somewhere to go, you going. I'll say just get going. Period. And if you late, show up still, all right? Period. Show up with your best self, okay? And your best excuse. It just is what it is. Child, it happens. Okay? We human. You know what I'm saying? We human. And in today's society, I think people be looking for something else. I don't know if it's the robots or what, but child, these people kill me when they feel like they looking for perfection. Hold on, y'all. And child, truth is, okay, like Fantasia said, hold on. And truth is, child, there just ain't no perfect people. Okay? Like John Legend said, we just ordinary people. Child, what they is. He wasn't talking about me. Ha! Yeah, he absolutely the fuck. Baby, he wasn't talking about me. And he wasn't talking about my booper stars either. You know, but like he was saying, ordinary people. Like people just aren't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Truth is, so I had a realization this morning that one thing about Clarissa Shields is a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. You know, with all these podcasts going on, shout out to the podcast people too. Yeah. Child, it just be so funny the way these people be wrong. It just, I can't even explain it. Hit the like button. Scoot up in here like a bubble car, hit the like button. We chit-chatting this morning. It just is what it is. We shooting the shit up and through there, child. Because I had a couple of realizations that actually this morning. It's crazy. Now, first of all, let me go ahead and send a cute little special shout out to Karochi. Karochi. Ha! My Chris Brown voice child. Yeah. Karochi. Remember the game did that? Why did the game do that? The game was just so like, it did not give. It did not give. It don't be giving. Child, but at least he made me laugh a couple of weeks ago. Who he say? Who he say he can go on a verses with? Oh, somebody that made me laugh so ugly though. But anyway, I can't even remember them all. Game to sit his ass down with that one. But anyway, y'all. So truth is, I owe Karuchi an apology because yesterday I had told y'all that I thought that, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, keeping it real. I had just felt like I saw a picture of Karuchi, you know what I'm saying, and Dion, and I was like, okay, Karuchi, you giving a little, girl, you giving a little Chinatown granny, one time. And like, you haven't even had kids yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about Deion Sanders being a grandpa. That ain't got nothing to do with Karuchi. Yeah, period. So shout out to that. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? No, ma'am, Pam. I need you to give Mama Bear before you give grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Karuchi and I'm like, listen, listen, listen. Don't do that. Yeah, I don't care how old Dion is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he chose you, you're a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you have going on is, you know what I'm saying, evidently likable and, up to par, you know what I'm saying, and up to his standards. So like, don't lose yourself, trying to become what he is. Shit. And when I say that, I mean older, you know Yeah, hold on to your youth, baby, because that's what he came for in the first place, you know? Shit, it is what it is. But yeah, I had seen a picture of Karuchi, and it was just something about the glasses and the pose, and something just gave me, well, god damn, how much older is Dion, you know? And I didn't appreciate that. Now I do appreciate, you know, Coach Prime dating Karuchi. Now that I can appreciate. You know, it is what it is. Child. Karuchi don't want no puppy. Karuchi don't want no puppy, baby. She want a big dog. So anyway, um, shout out to Karuchi. And yes, I personally had to take back what I said, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I thought Karuchi looked, you know, like Dion was kind of taking her youth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not him though. I can't even blame it on him. Because I see it happen all the time. You know, people tend to do stuff, you know, to like, I don't know. I don't know what you call it. I don't know if it's to fit in or what. But I have saw it happen time and time again. You know, people do all different types of stuff. They'll change the way they act, you know, they'll change their eating habits. Might change religion, you know. They change all this different stuff to I don't know. I don't know if it's to conform to what they think they partner like. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to explain. um Child, but you know what that reminds me of a little bit too while I'm talking about it? Savannah James. You know what I'm saying? Because like how long have Savannah James been wearing blonde hair? What, you know, like I would love to ask Savannah James that. Child, truth is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get these people in these interviews and I'll be asking what needs to be asked. But yeah, you know, like for instance, Savannah James, what prompts Savannah James to wear blonde hair? Like literally, like I want to know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm trying not to jump to conclusions. You know, is it Savannah? You know, like how Savannah, what makes you, you know, so into blonde hair? You know, like, and how long have you been into blonde hair? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, a part of me feels like that's what she feels like her husband likes. Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah. Anyway, y'all scoot up in here like a bumper car and make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Period. It's respectful. Show some respect for your host. Um, yeah, because I don't have to be here. I do not have to be here. Child, I could be on a 9 to 5. Okay? Period. But that's not what I chose to do in my life. So shout out to that. But anyway, like I was trying to tell y'all, people do it. You know what I'm saying? They do it all the time. I think that sometimes it's consciously, and then sometimes it might be is subconsciously. So what I want to say, I think, yeah, you know. But shit. With that being said, what was I telling y'all? Oh yeah, about Karuchi. Yeah, no, I need Karuchi to hold on to her youth though. And like I said, I'm apologizing, okay, because I guess I jumped the boom. I jumped the broom. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw a picture of her and Dion, and I felt like she was looking just as old as Dion. You know. But anyway, like I said, I ran into a video, right, an actual video of her and Coach Prime, and they look nice. You know what I'm saying? They look nice. They look nice. They look really good together. He looked his age. She looked her age. You know? And so, like, I was like, okay, it's giving. And yeah, coming from a very private person, I'm happy to see Dion come up out of his shell, you know, because we don't know. We really don't know. I think it's both of them, honestly. I think both of them came to the conclusion that they not trying to, you know, put the public in their business. I think that they feel like that they must be private people. It is what it is. But hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey. Anyway, so shout out to Karuchi though, and shout out to that, cause y'all know I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never tripping on, you know, being wrong or telling y'all I, you know, felt like I got it wrong, you know, and like yeah, I feel like I got that wrong, cause like I said in the video, you know, she looked like Karuchi. In the video, she looked like Karuchi. She looked, you know, everybody looked they age, okay? It just is what it is. So anyway, shout out to Karuchi and shout out to that. Now, I had another realization. It's crazy. I told y'all just like it is what it is. Shout out to that. I'm not mad. I came to the realization today that it seems like people are looking for perfection. You know what I'm saying? Because I just thought about the podcast thing, right? And like down there, every time we listen to podcasts, we're listening to people talk about, like I was listening to a lady yesterday and she was talking about therapy and what to do when you can't afford it. And anyway, shout out to her too. A shout out to her because she said a whole lot of stuff that made sense. But still, she was talking about fixing what needs to be fixed in therapy. Hold on one second, y'all. Child, anyway, these kids trying to take they trying to take me through there. Child, we're gonna take each other today. No, for real, cause I need a little bit of I just need, you know what I'm saying, to be able to talk. I don't mind them talking, but they yelling and stuff. So anyway, and it's too early in the morning for that. So anyway, Mama Bear, I'm in Mama Bear mode. Y'all know that. God bless you. But like I was saying, let me give me something to drink. I need some water. Truth is, some water. Let me get some water in my system this morning. Child, but I was trying to tell y'all. I know I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. But we're gonna get this tea out. They're like, yeah, people are looking for perfect people and perfect scenarios. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And like God already told us there's that type of stuff don't exist. You know? So now what? You know what I'm saying? They already told that type of shit don't exist. So anyway, I just had to get that out there. Shout out to Karuchi and Coach Prime, you know what I'm saying? For I don't know what to say. Shit. They came outside, they look good together, they claiming each other. You know, it is what it is. Shout out to Karuchi for getting claimed. Yeah. Try like a lottery ticket. Truth is like Fantasia said, because I tell y'all all the time, listen, if it ain't no claiming, then come on, it's layman. Yeah, like now, you see, we ain't doing that. Like people just play too many games for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what you want to do with your life. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Um, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no burger. You know what I'm saying? People be stepping outside with people they've been talking to for a week. You know, your Hazel Lee, your blue faces. It makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a broken machine, baby. It does no sense coming about that shit. You know, child, but it is what it is. Hey, if you say if he writes you a note, will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? For real, all jokes aside, you circle that yes, then that's a little different. You know, even though I do feel like you got to be cautious with that too. You know, you got to be cautious with that too. People will be your boyfriend for 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, um, people will be your boyfriend for clout. Yeah, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Listen, people keep saying that Stefan is smitten with Cardi B and all of that. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't know that to be true. You know, I don't. Not right now. I don't see that as the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? I see, for me, this is me too, in my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's like this is actual and factual, so please don't put that out there like that. But I see Stefan as more as an opportunist. Opportunist. I also see Stefan as somebody that was having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely think Cardi B might take him more serious than he takes her. But I also think that Stefan can get there. Does that make sense? Like he can get there. So, in other words, I think he wasn't the man to step outside with and, hey, y'all, I got a new boo. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that way just because I feel like he not done playing around, if that makes sense. Like, I think it was one of them things where like I'ma shoot my shot at Cardi B, and I'm not really expecting this shit to stick like that, but like, oh damn. You know what I'm saying? This bitch with it, type ish. And then it was like, well, damn, what do I do now? Now I gotta pretend like I'm for real. Now I gotta pretend like I really want the bitch. Which I really do want the bitch, but not like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then Cardi B is coming from, a divorce, right? She coming from out of a divorce, trying to prove to Offset whatever she, feel like she trying to prove to Offset. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B I can't explain it, but it's like she didn't want to allow nobody to be in the talking stage with her for real. You know, I think shit just got really, really serious and real between them after she found out she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Truth is, and they went ahead and took it up a notch and started claiming each other and banging each other for real and all of that. But um, just my thought. But yeah, so shout out to Karuchi though, cause like, yeah, well, to me, her and Dion did it the way it was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? If it's not gonna be serious, what, like, So yeah, I definitely feel like that thing is serious over there with them. Let me keep it real. I do. I think it's serious, child. I think it's heating up. Now, mind you, in the video yesterday, Bucky asked Dion how was they Christmas. You know what I'm saying? He said they had a good Christmas. And he said Christmas says. You know what I'm saying? So he putting it out there that like, you know, like, she been around, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. She been around. Um, and I know Dion said just recently too. Cause y'all know I'm here, I'm everywhere to get the tea. And I was watching little show, his show on Tubi with Roxy, and like, but and Dion was basically saying that like he down to have another baby. You know, I think he said like basically he got one more baby in him. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if Karrueche want kids. I don't know that, but I'm just saying. You know, um, if she does, or if she do, I would assume that like, yeah, child, they finna hit us with a baby soon, okay? Like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Coming soon, baby. I definitely think. You know, it is what it is, but who knows, who knows, who knows? I can't map out them folks' future for them. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, based off of what I heard and, you know, what we already know in life and stuff like that. Um, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if the new couple, right, took it up a notch. I wouldn't be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if those two got married. I'll take it a step further though. I also wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah. Cause y'all know I'm here, there, everywhere to get the tea. But like I definitely quit paying attention to Dion because Dion is a real he private. You know what I'm saying? He a celebrity, but he a private type of guy. So I didn't pay no attention to when he was with Tracy. Nothing. Now, mind you, a whole lot of people be giving Dion flack because they feel like Dion wasted Tracy Edmonds' time, her good years. I don't know. Because she was with him for 10 years, you know? But, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Allegedly, she was with him for 10 years. So, like, he, you know, I hate to say it, but he kind of like another Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know? Like, that just reminds me of Diddy and Cassie. You know? Shit. So, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if they get married and have a baby. Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, especially because, you know, I feel like Dion been there, done that, you know? So he probably be on some, well, you know, I've seen my relationship strain from children. I've seen my relationship strain from marriage, you know? And he probably got something in store, something different that he want to do with Karrueche, you know? And Karrueche been a little younger than him. All she can do is just voice how she feel. Yes, I want to get married. No, I don't. It don't matter to me. You know, I want kids. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Type-ish. Yeah, but I know I went long. So shout out to that. But I basically went long just to say, um, you know, that I apologize to Karrueche. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought she was looking older, child, letting Dion take her through there, you know. But ultimately she looked good. You know what I'm saying? She looked good out there, okay, at the Cleveland Browns game. So shout out to her, shout out to that. And if you didn't see a clip of the video of her and Dion talking about how they spent Christmas together and you know, Dion driving down, okay, in Texas to see her family, because Karrueche family live in Texas. That's cute. You know, because Dion got people in Texas too. So anyway, and he got, you know, property in Texas. So anyway, if you didn't see that video, you can head over to my Instagram and see it, okay? My Instagram is all one word. I put it all together. It's my comment section, okay? Shout out to that. Go over there, give me a follow, and you know, look around, shop around, okay? Period. And then what else is going on these internet streets? Uh So anyway, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. What else is going on these internet streets, child? So I wasn't going live, but I was like, man, fuck that. Yeah, I'm about to go live. So shout out to that. But I said, man, I'm about to do my podcast. Yeah, y'all know I got a podcast. Yeah, I got a podcast and a show all right here on this channel. So stay tuned, okay? Um, I'm figuring things out as I go and yeah, having fun. Y'all know that. Y'all know that already, period. Um, and so this morning though, I wanted to talk to y'all about the realization that I had when it came to Clarissa Shields. I said, you know what? Clarissa Shields is a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So that girl is used to fighting. She's used to putting up a fight. But I don't know. I think ultimately this go around right here, I think Clarissa is starting to see that like, damn, this shit is hard to win. And I think she's starting to see that she might have to switch some things up. And baby, when I say that, I mean her. You know what I'm saying? Running around with Remy husband. Like I think that she's not at all getting the response that she wants. And so like, yeah, I feel like her plan is starting to backfire. And I feel like she's starting to know that like this is one fight that like I can't win, you know? So I think she's gonna change back up a little bit. I think she's gonna change her approach. Yeah. Watch, I'm telling you. Hold on, y'all. Cause let me tell y'all something. At 42 years old, I feel like I just have a decent amount of experience. You know what I'm saying? Not with everything though, but certain things, you know? And let me tell you something. When it comes to Clarissa Shields, I think Clarissa Shields, like a lot of people, right, get caught up in the bullshit, right? And she just got to get herself out. Truth is, like Fantasia said. No, let's talk about it, Miss Preston Curl. See, when it comes, I told myself I was going to get some water. Right. And I never did. I ain't pouring not one drop. But anyway, oh yeah, let's talk about it, Miss Preston Curl. See, when it comes to Clarissa Shields, okay, because let me tell you something about me. I've been there, done that, so I understand. Sometimes people get caught up. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Oh, I'm telling you, I've been there, done that. I got the juice. I got the answer, Sway. So shout out to that. Let me tell y'all something. All Clarissa has to do, for real, is let go and let God. I'm telling you, I know from my own personal experience. And no, I ain't talking about like, I'm not talking like I've been through everything Clarissa been through, because I haven't. You know what I'm saying? But I have been through what I feel like she going through. And what? Let me tell you what I feel like Clarissa is going through. I feel like Clarissa is going through a good time in her life, but it could be a better. Does that make sense? Like it could be a great time. She's having a good time, but it could be a great time. And let me tell you why it's not a great time. It's not a great time because she's too worried about showing it off or proving it instead of just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's talk about it, Miss Press Girl. Because the truth is, I do feel like Clarissa was walking on cloud nine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like in the beginning, y'all know we talk about the beginning always here. In the beginning of relationships, they always good. Usually, at the beginning of your relationship, ain't shit run. You know, because the beginning is usually always good. It usually always start like that. I talk about that all the time, and I do feel like in the beginning, Clarissa was on cloud nine. I think she was extremely happy. Some people, when they are happy, sometimes they could be coming from a space where they wasn't right, or just natural. Just I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a good place. People want to share that. You know what I'm saying? People want to share that, and like, mm-mm, just be. You understand? Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? To me, that's where Clarissa is going wrong at. You know what I'm saying? You can't want to share your happiness because to me, people don't really fuck with that like that. Yeah, I mean, truth is, it's a certain way you have to go about that. Let me say that. What else? Yeah, no. They will tear at that every chance they get. Okay. So instead of like trying to prove to people that you're happy or even sharing the experience with them, just be. You know what I'm saying? Just be. And she'll be better off. She'll be better off. For real. I'm telling you what I know. Yeah. Um, some things you just can't, like as bad as you want to, some things you just can't do like that. And I really feel like that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference when people be like, I'm finna bring you along my journey. And then it's a difference when people just like, you got front row seats. It's just it's so different. It's just hard to explain, but like I'm telling you, just in other words, long story short, just do you, Clarissa. That's it. Just do you. And I feel like everything else will begin to fall into place for her. Now, Clarissa's a fighter, and I feel like she not going down without one, but I also feel like Clarissa is starting to realize real soon that like you can't win all of them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Truth is, like Fantasia said, I feel like this fight that she's fighting against the general public, she can't win. Okay? Clarissa has to understand that this is a lose-lose situation for her. Okay? Truth is, like Fantasia said. And I'll take it a step further. Let's take it a step further. Because y'all know that's what we like to do here. It goes back to Clarissa flaunting around that married man. Yeah, so now she done got into like Remy Ma, like, bitch, now you in a real fight. you know, bitch, get your helmet. Yeah. Um, and it's crazy too, because depending on how long this divorce lasts, I feel like they gonna take Carissa could, baby, it's gonna take her through there. You know what I'm saying? Truth is, like, I feel like this is a real fight. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm starting to realize, I'm starting to believe that Clarissa is starting to realize that she can't win. You know, it is what it is. She gonna have to take a different approach. When it comes to her and Papoose. Now y'all know I feel like I could do PR, and I do. I feel like I could do a damn good job with PR. But I'm a little bit can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I just want to say, see, anybody can say, okay, Clarissa, let's do it a different way. Let's have a different approach, right? Let's go back to Clarissa Shields and Papoose. You know, two different people, two different interviews, two different schedules, two different times. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. But I think Clarissa would rather have it where they can some way, you know what I'm saying, just some way, work them in together, work it where, you know, she can still be out with Papoose, because at the end of the day, Clarissa don't want to not be outside with a married man. And child, you know, that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's where she keep getting KO'd, like KO'd. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet, the public, they on her head. It is what it is. They on her head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Miss Preston Girl, turning her every way but loose. Yeah. And it's sad too. Oh, you know it's sad. Hold on, y'all. And you know it's sad because, you know, I can't explain it, but like, it makes you feel bad for Clarissa. So it's like watching somebody run and purposely ram their knee into a car, a parked car, and you don't know how to feel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. Like, on one hand, it's like, no, why the fuck would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Barely no sympathy to, oh my God, why would you do that? Like, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? What? Let's talk. Can we talk? Like Kevin, Kevin Campbell said, listen, we need to talk. You know, to where you are concerned. And there is a little bit of sympathy there, you know, like, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But like, yeah, nah. Clarissa doing all this shit to herself. She is. Truth is, like Fantasia said, she doing all this shit to herself. And on one hand, people could feel like, oh, she's just living. No. She doing shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. She doing shit and she picking. You know, from an outsider's perspective, if you just look in, like, even with the Christmas thing, right? So comments been swirling. Rumor has it they trying to say that Papoose was with Remy on Christmas. I don't know if I believe that. I just don't know if I believe that. Um, Now I will say, Little Remy. He was with Little Remy for sure. You know, but I had the days. Um, but still, wherever he was, right? The thing that Clarissa did with the Louis Vuitton store, something just ain't right. Like he said. Uh. You know, it's something about that. It's something about that. If you look, like it was 2 days after Christmas. My common sense tells me Clarissa was tripping over something. You know, I feel like she was in her feelings over something. And Lord, like I said, I think she coming to the realization. She's starting to realize, yeah, she a fighter. She used to putting up a hell of a fight, but I think she know that this one here, she gonna either have to back down or she gonna have to get her skills up fucking with the internet because we all know, okay? The internet has no chill. You know what I'm saying? They have no chill. And that's why I was telling y'all. What? Carissa Shields could take a sheet out of Lotto's. Yeah, she could use a sheet of paper out of Lotto's book. Mm. She need to try that Lotto. You know how Lotto is? That's what Clarissa Shields needs to do. You know what I'm saying? She'll get there. I feel like she'll get there eventually. I do. In my hearts of our hearts, I like that's why I say I had a realization this morning that I think Clarissa is starting to realize that like she can't fight everybody. You know? Um And I'll take it a step further too. I also think that it could, depending on how she look at it, depending on how she moving and stuff, it could begin to, you know what I'm saying? Like literally break her down for real. Like she was in the ring for real. And I'll take it a step further, break down this relationship that she feel like she is creating with her and Papoose. Cause like I feel like it's just a matter of time before, if she's not careful, it's gonna be a matter of time before that married shit get to her. If she's not careful. You know what I'm saying? Um, Cause that's what's gonna end up happening. I'm telling you right now, if she don't change the way she moving and grooving, right? Cause she got to do something differently, and I feel like life is starting to show her, right? Yeah, just life starting to belt her ass a little bit, showing her that like, no, Miss Preston Girl, this ain't gonna be that easy like you thought. Like, really, this ain't really the way type shit. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, she did. She gonna end up having to do. She gonna end up having to fall back on that internet shit. No, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sorry. Anyway. So, yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Like I was saying, Carissa is going to have to approach life differently. You understand? Like for real, for real. If not, she probably gonna end up putting a strain on her relationship because the public is putting a strain on her relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, truth is, like Fantasia said, Miss Preston Curl gotta quit trying to come outside. Yeah, like Cardi B said, with this married man. And I think Carissa is I think, y'all, in my hearts of our hearts, I think she finally starting to get it. If not, we finna have to see. Now I will say this, cause I gosta. If Clarissa continues to fight for her life, child, literally, like they say on RuPaul's Drag Race, Miss Pressure Girl is fighting for her life on the internet. Against the internet. Ooh, against the internet. Clarissa girl. Clarissa girl, you ain't whooping this internet. But anyway, because y'all know, good child, 115 times champ, child, 38 times platinum. Baby, you know she hate to lose. I say you just know she is gonna hate to lose, you know, but it just is what it is, Carissa. You ain't whooping this internet, girl. I'm telling you. You want me to tell you how to beat whip this internet? I know you want me to tell you how to beat this internet ass up, girl. You know, actually, that's not funny, but I was working on a goddamn book for y'all. Yeah, I was. But then I ended up slowing down and, honestly, creatively, it just wasn't coming to me right because so I have like I have the latter end of the book, if that makes sense. But I don't have the first portion, if that makes sense. So like I wanted to draw from my first book, right? Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to draw from my first book and just slap it into the second one. and then add the latter part, child. But anyway, long story short, I got sidetracked, and I just creatively, um, speaking, like my juices haven't been flowing there, so I stopped. But child, the truth is, let me tell you, this is the way you beat the internet ass, and I can't, of course, I can't give you all the game, not the game that comes inside my book, of course. Yeah. But I will say this: you whip the internet ass by staying off the internet. Yeah, truth is. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that you gotta run, hide, and tuck your tail. No, that just means that you more so give what you wanna give, right? And what you don't, you don't. And honestly, she finna have to put her motherfucking gear on. All that shit, right? And fight the urge to wanna flaunt papoose. It just is what it is. It's like you got to leave papoose, at home. Yeah, truth is, you know. That's what it is. That is what's gonna stop, everything. That's gonna get the dust to settle. Y'all know I'm an 80s baby. Let me tell you something. You just had to be there. It was a motherfucking time. Let me tell y'all something. Back in the day on cartoons, baby, when they go to scrapping. Yeah, I'm talking about when they go getting at it. You know what I'm saying? Period. Shy used to be so funny. You would see dust everywhere. That's what you would see. That's how they would show us. They would not show us getting busy. They would just show the dust. Yeah, shout out to that. Baby, when that dust motherfucking clears, Clarissa gonna have her motherfucking mind right. Okay, Miss Preston Girl, I'm telling you, like, this is what the fuck you need to do. Shit. Now, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I personally feel like Remy Ma's dude ain't stressing her about a divorce. You know? I mean, the conversation probably comes up, but I bet you he not stressing her at all. Okay? Because Mr. Preston Curl probably know his place. Pay your rent and stay in your bum ass place. You see? It's like shit. And so child, just like a brand new actress, Clarissa gotta learn her role. It just is what it is. Miss Press Girl Remy Ma told the internet that they was doing whatever they was doing, and I don't know what Remy Ma did that for, but Miss Press Girl kicked that door in, and she been trying to run shit ever since. And the truth is, baby, you ain't gonna be able to run it like that. Like, even Papoose been trying to let her run shit. He didn't even realize she ain't gonna be able to run shit like that. Yeah. But ultimately, it's sad because Clarissa don't even realize her happiness lays in the hands of Remy. For real. You know what I'm saying? She don't even know it. Like Rick Ross say, you ain't know. It's a shame, I tell you, child. A low down, dirty shame. So Peaches, come get your rock water. Like yeah. But yeah. She ain't been able to win this motherfucker yet. But I'm just gonna say, Champ need to chill. You know, it is what it is because I like Clarissa. I do. Outside of the bullshit, right? I like her. But, you know, it is what it is. You know exactly how they be saying Nicki Minaj doing. Now, that's what Clarissa doing. What y'all accusing Nicki Minaj of? Nah, that's what Clarissa doing. You know what I'm saying? For real, truth is, you want the truth? You know you gotta be able to hand it over here with me. Period. Hit the like button. Y'all accusing Nicki Minaj of running her brand in the ground. Nah, that's what Clarissa doing. You know? Now, thankfully, right? Clarissa has the type of job and position where like it kind of really don't matter like that for real. You know, if that makes sense. Like it don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like being a rapper. Well, rappers y'all looking for this. Y'all looking for this. Somebody come look at this. Finesse is a fucking mess, okay? For real. He hot. He go. You know what I'm saying? He entertaining when he ain't whatever he got going on there be having his eyes rolling all in the back of his fucking head. Yeah. Listen, fuck you mean? Nah, but I said all that, y'all, to say that shit will never hold up in a lot of other positions. A lot. You know? It just is what it is. What's kind of got him a good position? Let's talk about it. He got a damn good position. Shit, let's talk about it. And I never even really thought about that until now. I never really thought about that until now. Let me find out I need to rap. John, let me find out I need to become a rapper. Yeah. It's just what they get away with a lot of shit that a lot of people can't even get away with. A lot of people with shit. Boxers can't even get away with half the shit that rappers get away with. You know, truth is, like that Taylor said. Y'all hold on real quick. But I don't know what Clarissa thought she was finna get away with, though. Yeah, like I don't remember nowhere in the history of histories, baby, had there ever been a likable side chick. Come on. Oh, come on. Baby, I need you to come and talk to me like Jodeci said. Like, no. No, Generation Moran. Yeah. Like, they be, it just is what it is, you know? Like, I understand, like, one thing about Generation Moran, I like them. I like a lot about them. They're about their money. They really, they don't be going. You know what I'm saying? I like how I like how they stand up for themselves. Very, very different from, generations, earlier generations. I love that about them. And did I mention they gonna go get a bag? Yeah, so shout out to that and shout out to them. But everything don't need to be changed though, if that makes sense. Mm, mm. Moving forward. Some stuff should stay the way it is because bitch, it works. I don't know who the fuck who need to hear that. Child, and let me tell you something. I love being off camera because the motherfucking faces that I get to make, you know what I'm saying? I just get to be my silliest fucking self. Now, when I am able to do that on camera, oh, bitch, Hollywood, look out. She's a bad mama jam. But anyway, truth is, like my days here. Um, no, Eric, listen. Some systems is put in place because them motherfuckers work. You understand? And see, I feel like marriage is one of them things. Yeah, Miss Press Girl, let's talk about it. If you ask me, right? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I like marriage. Okay? And everything that it stands for. You understand? Yeah, what it is. See, a lot of people, oh, I don't need to get married. Okay, fine, don't get married. You know what I'm saying? But I am a married. I'm an advocate for it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I feel like it's a good thing, right? Try here, Clarissa come. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, no. No. Miss President Girl. Just don't. You know what I'm saying? You know how some stuff you feel like I would never do that. You know, when people be like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes if you being accused or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, or sometimes if somebody else is doing something and you trying to put yourself in their shoes, you be like, man, I would never do that. Like, yeah. Being all outside with a married man and shit like that. But she needs to put that on her list of things she would never. You know what I'm saying? Never fix her little rooster head ass. You know what I'm saying? A child, you know I ain't used to know. I don't do that. What they call it, Jones and cracking jokes, your mama jokes. Child, I'm not good at that shit at all. Yeah. But I probably need to get after I told y'all lately life has been full of realizations for me. It's like bing, bing, bing all day in my fucking head. And so like, yeah, child, why I didn't came to the realization today that I probably should start rapping. Yeah, I just probably need a motherfucking track or two. Yeah, out there. And I ain't playing, because, see, the thing is, I've been wanting to give y'all an introduction. Oh, it's funny, but it's not funny. And I can tell y'all right now, you's a trifling ass bitch, you know, you mean ass bitch. But I'll be just like Cardi B, okay? Don't come for me, because I ain't writing shit. But my name on the motherfucking shit, okay? Big! We're gonna get that crystal clear, okay? Like a good glass of water. Y'all some water. I'm about to give you something to drink. But no ma'am pound. Miss Pressure Curl is finding out real fast that you gotta fight for your life support. And see, this is the thing, like, I think, you know, being that it's Papoose first time, for real, at the rodeo, he don't know no better. He couldn't even guide her, and you know what I'm saying? Child. Papoose need to take Mr. Preston Curl. Papoose. I like Papoose. I like Papoose. It's crazy, right? It's, man, whole nother story for whole nother. It be crazy, like when shit be happening to people that you fuck with, right? Or you feel like you rock with. It's just crazy. But like his ass, he need to tell Woo! He to tell Paige out of Deion Sanders' book. You know what I'm saying? Just hear what it is. Because I feel like Deion in particular, right? I'm going to bring Deion up. We're going to use Deion as an example because we was talking about, Deion today. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. And this is fitting. See, if you pay attention to Deion though, right? I do feel like he has been like, I don't know. I don't want to say guiding Karrueche behind the scenes, but I just kind of feel like his his motherfucking um his input, his impact. Yeah, I cannot find the word that I'm literally looking for, but like, let me just say, when you look at Karrueche's page, Karrueche, to me, she has changed since she been with Deion. Okay? Okay? Shit. Plain and simple. To break it down. All the way. For real, all the way. That's what I'm trying to say. Karrueche, if you pay attention to what she been having going on, it seems like behind the scenes, Deion has been doing things to upgrade her life. Upgrade her life, upgrade her brand, upgrade her lifestyle. You want examples? Okay, let's go for it. Karrueche, when she's at events now, she looks different. Okay, she looks different. She looks polished. She looks damn good. Okay, truth is, like Fantasia said, she looks cared for. You know, um, she looks like Deion is putting some type of influence in her life. Okay, vacations are different. She acts older. Does that make sense? She acts more mature. You can just tell something is going on there. Okay, for real. Truth is, like Fantasia said, things have been happening. Same thing with Clarissa. Wait. Let me take that back. Similar to Clarissa, right? But just more behind the scenes. That's what Papoose needs to do. He needs to get more behind the scenes with his side chick. Because it is what it is. Clarissa is literally a scoop of yams. Child, she's a damn scoop. You scoop of yams. Mixed with pecans and shit, mussels and shit. That's protein. But it just is what it is. She's a side. She's a side. What's kind of neat to he stepped to the side and get behind the scenes, and help Clarissa. Just like he, like literally, Papoose literally has to quit. He has to Papoose has the Diddy syndrome, okay? He got to get his ass from dancing out at the video. Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. But in my personal opinion, I think that Papoose played the side for so long, right? That he's being way more vocal this time with his woman. He's like, no, my woman getting paid, well, I'm getting paid too. My woman did, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he has way more say with Clarissa than he did with Remy. Make sense? So he don't really know what to do with his say. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Pap is used to playing the back. He needs to go back. He needs to, like Jay-Z said, fade back to black. You know what I'm saying? For real. Truth is, like Fat said, he needs to tear a page out of Deion Sanders' book. Allow your woman to be the star she is. She a star all on her own. Don't tear that down because she's so gun-ho and want to walk around with you. No, bitch. Walk around this house. Yeah, you understand? Walk around this motherfucking house, bitch. Go live from time to time, and that's good fucking enough. But tear down your brand, we're not doing that. You know? Truth is, like Fantasia said. I remember long ago, child, this is a true story. It's funny too. Yeah. True story. I remember long ago, man, I was watching my sister put some on a fish head, right? And before I knew it, I listened to my sister said, calm down, young hoe. Calm down, young hoe. Calm down, young hoe. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I was hooking this bitch up. Big, like tow truck driver. Ah! Yeah. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Without the. Man, Papoose just need to calm down his young head. Period, like Kendrick Lamar said. Walk him down. Whole time I know he got some how. Oh, Kendrick killed me with that. I said, Oh, he had to do me like that. But that was my shit. Oh, that was my shit. When the Super Bowl came out. Child with the Super Bowl. Oh, that was my shit. I could not quit playing that. Anyway. Oh, Kendrick. I don't care what y'all say. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Truth is, Kendrick put on a motherfucking show that night. He did. Kendrick might have put on the best halftime performance for me. Okay? Period. Ever. For real, ever. Unless, you know, we're going to get into, you know what I'm saying? Wait. But I'm talking about recently, yeah, nah. He might have. Okay? So shout out to that. Nah, for real, he might have single-handedly did that. Okay, for real. Don't even ask. He fucking did it. Okay? Yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to Kendrick too. But like, man, ultimately, Champ, the Champ, she is literally like, she getting with it, man. She getting with it. She getting with people out here in these internet streets, and it's really hard to see. It's hard to watch and sad to see. Okay, and it's like Clarissa needs PR. Like, why hit the like button? Why don't nobody do PR anymore? You know, these folks, You know, it just is what it is, child. Fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like Janet Jackson said, fix it. Yeah, I want Clarissa to fix it, goddamn it. Cause like when you start like making me feel bad for you, yeah, nah, but you gotta get your shit together. You know. Now you gotta get your shit together. Yeah. Cause you done got my attention, Miss Preston Girl. You know, for real. But like, uh-uh. Um, yeah, if Clarissa, I'm telling you, if Clarissa isn't careful, this whole thing can ruin what she got going on. You know? And like ultimately, if Clarissa wants to stay in her relationship, you know what I'm saying? Truth is, if she wants her relationship, man, she gonna have to fall back on all the stuff that she got going. For real. More boxing, less relationship stuff. You know? Truth is. Y'all hit the like button. See, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Clarissa, she like she been famous, but she just now getting a little fame, if that makes sense, you know? And to me, she thinks that it's because of her relationship. Well, that could be true. But like now that you got the attention on you, keep it on you, you know? You know, that's it, that's all. But I hate to say it, but I feel like her and Papoose struggle with that. Shit, truth is, like Fantasia said, both of them struggle with never having no limelight like that. And shit, now they just all outside, child. You can't keep them from outside. Which is cool, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's people out here doing anything for clout. You know, it's people out here that want their position so bad, you know? Um, so I get it. You know, they just running with it. They don't even know what to do with it. They happy as hell to have it too. But to me, meanwhile, back at the ranch, they just need to focus on their brands, you know, individually. Even if they together, that's cool too, you know. When I say together, I mean, you know, whatever business they have, because they do have business together, you know. And that's cool, you know. That's when they do the interviews together. But right now, I think it's just they just all over the place to me. Um, Want to be seen, and that's the problem with both of them. Shit, with both of them, they don't know when to hold and when to fold. They don't realize that their situation isn't the best situation. You know what I'm saying? And they somewhere sitting around trying to make money out of it. Man, I done got some goddamn sardines with oil. Oh, Lord. I know that fucking line. I got to find me some hot sauce. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, Sorting, oh sorting, here. But anyway, poop stars. Yes, I had the realization this morning. I was like, damn, you know, Clarissa Shields is in the biggest fight, you know what I'm saying, of her life. And I think it's stressing her out. Truth is, I think it's stressing her out. I think it's getting the best of her, okay? And I don't feel like she winning. And I want to see Clarissa win. You know, it just is what it is. I sure do. I want to see Clarissa win. So shout out to that. And I'm, you know, trying to tell her how to go about it. You know, it just is what it is. She got to get up out of that. Literally. Like, what she on, she got to get up out of it. Period. And it shouldn't be hard to do. Because one, it ain't even been that long. Like she said, it'll be 2 years in September, Lord. Well, get what? That's so goddamn long from now. And then Remy, you know, I just feel like Remy is using it to her advantage for whatever reason. You know, only Lord knows, you know, what could be the hold up with a divorce, you know? Because I take it a step further. I guess it's not just Remy, you know, it's both of them, I would say. But they like Tiana Taylor. They don't want nobody in their business, so we don't really know. But I know one thing. You gotta make sure I hit the like button. Carlista cannot allow. Ooh. Ooh. God damn it, that hot sauce is hot. And I'm looking for an onion. I don't know if I want that fucking onion. No more. Ooh. Ooh. Baby. This hot sauce in this bottle. This shit is way different from the one in the game. So anyway. Yeah, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, y'all. Anyway. I said, oh my God. I I started scrolling this morning, baby, and the first thing I said to myself is, Lord, the internet is getting with the champ. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. You know, truth is. But yeah, and like I said, when this video first started, I also think that Clarissa is suffering from what a lot of people suffer from when they first get them a piece of happiness. You know what I'm saying? From coming from a downtime. You know, she to me she's a victim of wanting to show it, and child, y'all know the internet say not on my watch, not on my watch. I don't care what nobody says. Yeah, happiness is cool, but the internet be like, bring on the problem, so it. You know, you ain't got shit going on to the internet until you get some problems going on. You know what I mean? They be like, yeah, fuck all that. I'm going to the next channel. You know what I mean? Most of the internet. I mean, you got some crowds. You know, it is what it is. You got some crowds. Let me just keep it real, cuz you do got a lot of us, right? Who love shit. But it's, I just feel like Champ got all eyes on her, like Tupac said, and it just ain't for the best reasons. And I feel like she is slowly starting to realize. Because if you notice, down there, every interview she does, it seems like she fighting, um, shit down there for her, her right to love or be in a relationship with Papoose. For real, this ain't the first time she done, Remy done moved on and no. She been saying stuff like that. I think she just finally getting it through her fucking head that, oh, he married. You know, he married and that ain't gonna never be no good look for me. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Her ass kept trying to change the narrative, sweating her hair all out and shit. Trying to change the narrative. When she just could be somewhere living her life behind the scenes, enjoying, right? Her life. But I think she's slowly coming around the mountain, superstars. And that's what this whole... Now, I will say this. just based off of her zodiac sign, I wouldn't be surprised if, for real, this true story. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, she don't turn it around. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your Brian McKnights. You know what I'm saying? The people who believe what they believe regardless and, make an ass out of themselves believing it. I would not be surprised if she took that route. But I'm going to tell you like this, business-wise, now personally, that might be fine. But business-wise, nah. Business-wise, she'd take a page out of a lot of book. I just don't be happy for real. Quit trying to prove shit to Remy via internet. Yeah, because let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's what it looks like. I'm not gonna say like she called me and she was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So you on point. That's actual and factual. No, I ain't saying that. But I will say that from an outside perspective, yeah, it look like you doing shit. You picking, you want you want to claim this girl husband so bad. You want this girl to know that her husband is laid up with you so bad. Child, and it's tanking the brand. Ultimately, when you think about it, champ, baby, it has no relevancy. None. But I know Clarissa don't really see it that way because, to me, one, she going off of what Pap and Remy had. You know? Oh, well, they're both celebrities in a relationship. They was all out loud and, out living out loud and, putting everybody in their relationship and stuff like that. And then two, it turned her brand up a little bit. So she feel like, well, why not? It's been working. But no, Clarissa, you gotta understand. People just being nosy. They just being nosy, but they don't have to deal with the backlash that you do. When Clarissa posts stuff on her Instagram, she be posting stuff and gotta cut her comments out. See, the Breakfast Club and these people interviewing her, they don't gotta do all that. They just do the interview and go home.
Clarissa is stuck with the aftermath. You know what I'm saying? Of them interviews. Shoot, she the one that, don't look good after the interview airs. You know what I'm saying? She the one got to deal with the backlash. She the one getting picked apart and stuff like that. And it's time for Clarissa to start realizing that. I ain't lying. Truth is, like Fantasia said, she needs to learn to realize that shit and move a different way. But again, like I told y'all, I would not be surprised if she didn't. I just wouldn't. Even though it would be the best thing for her. Sometimes people don't realize the best thing for them because they see it differently. And then sometimes, some people just, they just never see it. And they never do it. It is what it is. It's almost like Brian McKnight. To me, damn fool he is. Brian McKnight is an phenomenal talent. Okay? With an exceptional catalog and voice. Brian McKnight is a damn fool too, though. If you ask me, personal opinion, for sinking his brand the way he did. What the fuck wrong with him? Like, are you serious, Brian? Are you serious? But some people, they literally just like don't know no better because they don't see it. They don't, they honestly don't see it. But I'm telling you right now, Ray Charles could have called down from heaven if God would allow him to. And dialed Brian McKnight up himself and told him, man, that shit ain't a good look. Regardless of what you got going on, that shit ain't no good look. It is what it is, Brian McKnight. Like I said, damn fool he was. Child, fuck wrong with him? What would make Brian do that? Okay, as far as I know, Brian is still like able to tour, all of that. Like, what would make him do that? It makes no sense. I could see if Brian was like 90-something years old, you know what I'm saying? On his deathbed. Or I'll take it a step further. Already gone. Not even here no more. And then release the book. Just ultimately hashing out everything. But to do that right now, it just... And that's how you know. That's how you know that some people really, really, really just think totally different from you. Some people move totally different from you. And if you ask me, that's where the professionals come in. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, in Hollywood, we always hear handle, 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 handle hell. Yeah. Some of these people be needing it. You know, I see that now. Some of these people literally be needing handlers. Shit. And I mean it. Shit, truth is. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if people knew that you thought like that, and you acted like that, and you talk like that, people would never sit in them seats to watch you fight. You know? Or if people knew you act like that, and you think like that, and you do shit like that, people would never support you about your music. You know? That's how it goes. For real. That's how it goes. And that's the truth. That's how it goes. That's how life is. We don't be knowing half the shit about half the shit that none of these people do. You know what I'm saying? And we just support them. You know, it just is what it is. It ain't no way around it. We support them. And so, like, they be having professionals, though, that come in to protect that money. So, yeah. Now, it all makes more sense. Hell yeah, something happened to Gucci Mane. Shit, hell yeah, somebody stepped in to make sure they protected that money. It didn't make that much sense to me when they were saying it. But it makes sense now. When Gucci Mane was rapping, I was one of his toughest critics. Child, I used to be on Gucci fucking head. I didn't like the way he rapped. But Gucci had a ton of success, and I couldn't understand it because I didn't like the way he rapped. Now, with that being said, Gucci probably got paid a lot of money. Or, you know, either he got the money already or he was in contracts of getting it, you know, and the people that was also gonna make some money off of him and with him, child, they wasn't going for that shit Gucci Mane had going. So that's why what happened to Gucci Mane happened to Gucci Mane. And that's why now, and I'm not saying it's like it's actual and factual. I'm actually saying it's like, yeah, it's just what I'm thinking happened. And so now, it's like, yeah. Yeah, because your stupid ass almost ruined the bag. Yeah, you know. Shit. Truth is, like Fantasia said, and I'll take it a step further. I would not be surprised if Young Thug is semi sort of kind of similar to Gucci Mane. Like, for real. Y'all think I'm lying, but truth is, Young Thug could literally be out here for the same reason. Shit. Like, it was too much money on the table. So you know, so now, he, you know, he, the new Gucci Mane, he doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mariah, all of that. But now, shoot. So now, it kind of makes sense, y'all, for real. More, and I told y'all, Bing! There go another realization, child. I ain't never looked at it like that. But for real, I mean, for real, could you imagine, um, could you imagine your child or your husband or somebody right now getting some type of deal where, like, you know, they're said to be filthy rich? You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, filthy rich. They're said to be filthy rich. You know, they about to get a $4 million deal. You know what I'm saying? 2 million. Hold on, y'all. 2 million up front, and then you know another 2 million on the back end. But could you imagine, like, they said something or they did something that made the other 2 million not like they lost the deal. You know, the people backed out. They forfeited the other 2 million just because something that they said or did. Like, come on. Can you imagine that? Could you even imagine the type of stress? Like, so, child, it just all makes sense. It would make sense why, you know, they would, shit, one, feel the need to get them a handler, you know. Shoot. And two, be controlled and do some of the crazy stuff that they be saying that they be doing in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, and I definitely feel like that's the way Hollywood works too. You know, they get you real good. You know, these people be getting paid really good. Well, come on now, what you think come with that? Sure. Um, but you know, even still, with all that said, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like some of them do. They be needing PR and stuff like that. I say, y'all know I say that all the time, though. They do need to bring PR back, you know? Public relations, they do. Carissa should be somewhere enjoying her life, not necessarily running her own social media. You know what I'm saying? Now it's cool if that's what she wanna do, but like, why not allow somebody else to run it? You know, like if it's stressful, right? Cause you know, I'm not saying that it's stressful for her, but I'm saying it looks like it. um, you know, child. Because really, it's so much more to life. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's so much more to life than a lot of this stuff that we be having going on. Truth is. Uh, but yeah, you know, social media is just a small portion of life. Uh, it is. It's just a little small portion. But I do believe we all have the right to be on it. I do. So, you know, like, I don't necessarily feel like people staying offline is the answer. No, I don't. I wouldn't say that. It's other ways to fix what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? And Carissa Shields just need to do one thing. She needs to back up from that relationship stuff. Back up from that relationship stuff. Back up from that relationship talk. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be more private instead of trying to be so flaunty. That's what's you know, ultimately effing over Carissa Shields right now. Carissa Shields wants to, like, she wants to be celebrated. You know, she wants people to clap for her and papoose. And like, it's strange. It's weird, Carissa. Like, no, because he not single, you know? Separated or not, he's not single. So therefore, that fairy tale story that you had in your head, it doesn't exist for you and Papoose. You know what I'm saying? Truth is, and she just got to come to the realization of that. And ultimately, uh, and I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button before I go. Same thing with Cardi B. And you know, like it just, you know, people can still clap for y'all and root for y'all or whatnot, but like it's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not ideal. It's not the fairy tale story, right? Like you being with another man, you being with a man that got 11 kids. I guarantee you that's not the life that your parents had for you when they was staring down on you, singing you a lullaby and rocking you to bed. You know, like truth is, you know what I'm saying? But I know none of that really matters ultimately because it's all about the person. You know, it's all about the person and the people. But like, come on, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Even us. We don't be like, oh, well, I can't say that because I think some people do. So, shout out to them. But like ultimately, most people don't be like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna go get with the biggest rhymes with Hope Dilla. You know what I'm saying? Out. He gonna have the biggest beamer. You know, I'ma have the biggest earrings, the biggest furs, you know, and I'm gonna be his third baby mama. You know, like nobody talks like that. You know what I'm saying? Hopes like that. Dreams like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, when I get grown, I'm gonna be with an NFL player. But I'm gonna be like his 8th baby mama. You know, like, but nothing is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Nothing is perfect. Life be lifing. But ultimately, y'all, if you ask me, I feel like Champ then got into, you know, a real fight. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she in a real fight. And this one, she ain't, it's no win. You know what I'm saying? It's no win. Ultimately, not the way she trying to. She trying to win everybody hearts over by allowing her to flaunt a married man. Like, no, man, Pam. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be able to win that one. She not. She got to go about it a different way. I'm telling you what I know. Period. But anyway, though, shout out to Clarissa. And Papoose and Remy Ma. I like all of them, you know. I think that this is some unfortunate, entertaining mess. You know, ultimately, it is what it is. That they done got themselves in. Clarissa's just a willing participant, though. Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's definitely clown shit. And it definitely gives circus. Child. So I hope some of y'all know. Some of y'all sitting around here watching Blueface. Child, he ain't the only one. Okay? With a fucking circus right now at this time. He is absolutely not, okay? He just the only one trying to make some money off here. You know. Well, now I take that back. No, he ain't. Shit, everybody making money off their circus, you know? But ultimately, I feel like you know, they doing all right. You got Christian running in the mountains, Jaden being the first baby mama, and you know, they look like they working it out. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? But Clarissa is jumping in DMs and it's just, a good look. I'm like, man, this shit's starting to whip on her ass a little bit, And then I'm like, I came to the realization that, damn, I feel like Clarissa ass is finna end up coming to the realization that, like, man, ultimately, these people kind of right, you know? I mean, it's either that or just keep getting, yeah, turned every way but loose, I'm telling you now, it's either that or that. But I'm telling you right now, the internet ain't finna let up off this girl. Shit, they not. Um, so she got to, you know what I'm saying? She got to learn to give herself some grace. Forget other people. She got to learn to give it to herself. Child, and just fall back. Like people keep saying, let Papoose do the talking. I feel that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. Now, when they were saying that as far as like Clarissa should have shut up in that interview, I wasn't necessarily feeling that. I feel like Clarissa been shutting up. Shit, it comes a time. Like, I fuck you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because it's her story. It's her story to talk about. It's her story to tell. And really, like, she ain't got to shut up for Remy. No, she don't. She can say what the fuck she want to say. That's how I feel about it. But at the end of the day, like Miss Pressa girl, the people are right. Ultimately because, girl, talk about it with your therapist. Talk about it with the Lord. Talk about it with your bestie. But don't talk about it with these interview people. Like, aren't you enough? Aren't you enough to talk about? The hell? The fuck is a Remy? Like that's how I would want her to handle it. But ultimately, when people say let Pap do the talking, I feel that. And I just feel like that's just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Literally or figuratively. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. Like let him do the talking when it comes to divorce and Remy. Only thing I'm here to talk about is my boxing. And if and when she wants to, yeah, Pap and I got da-da-da-da-da going on. Next question. But she definitely needs to move the goalposts, okay? I feel like her goal was to get a man who she feel like is a good man and recognized and celebrated as a good man. And then they, as a couple, will be celebrated. It didn't go like that. So now it's time to move that goal. You know what I'm saying, Miss Press Girl? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Put a choke on it. Call it dog shit. It don't matter. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care what the next goal is. But I'm telling you, she need to get off of that. Yeah. Because that shit just ain't going to happen. Now, can it happen when he ultimately gets a divorce? I think it has potential. I think it does have potential because one thing about the internet, you know what I'm saying? We all know how the internet is. It's going to always be, that one person. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, but like for instance, it's people celebrating them now. So yeah, I think it has potential to get there, you know. But ultimately I think, Clarissa just, she gotta realize, man, she don't work for Nike. She gotta quit trying to force it. It is what it is, Mm-hmm. Please. You know, just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. But then meanwhile, back at the ranch, she don't know what to do with all this attention. Girl, just live. It is what it is. Live. Showcase your boxing. You know what I'm saying? People ain't paying attention. People paying attention to you because they paying attention to you. It is what it is. I think she think people paying attention to her because she boxed and because of Papoose. She wants to entertain the new people. The people that have got on to her because of Papoose. Girl, you got to starve them. I'm telling you now, you gonna have to starve them, baby, because ultimately, your life is so much more than Papoose. Your life is so much more than just being attached to Papoose, you know, and messing with Papoose. Like she gotta show the world that she's so much more than that. She gotta, you know what I'm saying? She don't have to, but she should be showcasing her brand and stuff like that, because it's too many people. Y'all know I'm here, there, I'm everywhere to get the tea. I see so many people say that they didn't know nothing about Clarissa until she started messing with Papoose and the Remy Ma stuff, you know? And that's kind of sad. Like, Clarissa been around slanging her child for a minute, but that means she still got a little bit more work to do. Do it, Miss Preston, girl. Shit. You know, do it. Because ultimately, I feel like she losing, you know, just a big part of herself and her brand. You know, in she's losing it in Papoose, and it could backfire. You know what I'm saying? It could backfire. She could start tripping with him. She could start, you know what I'm saying, not liking him as much, you know. Ultimately putting a strain on her relationship about shit that, like, you know, she shouldn't even be having to deal with. It's her, you know? But yes, superstars. Anyway, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Replay guy. Get up in here. Scoot up in here like a bubble car. And I'm going to see everybody on my next video. Oh, I had fun with y'all. But, yeah, I had a funky good time. I always do. But I'm about to get out of here now. Bye, y'all. Don't forget, I love you all, okay? And I especially love y'all for loving me. Yeah.